All right. Well, welcome in everybody to the stream. This is Final Fantasy XIV with the Mistwalker Lunara, and we are heading into episode 16 of our White Mage's journey. I know she's not going to be a White Mage all the time, but White Mage is going to be her main class for adventuring. Maybe. Yeah. All depends on how distracted I get by crafting. Which reminds me, oh, that's right. We also have an event on. It started on 2 days ago. Yes, today's Sunday, isn't it? It is Sunday. It started 2 days ago, 6 p.m. Friday evening, Australian Eastern Standard Time, which is where I am. We have our Airsian time up here, our local time here, and our server time over here. So as you can see, we are scattered all across 3 worlds at different times. Don't ask me how my head is staying together. Some days I wonder myself. Let's have a little looky see at what we've got though. We have got that's a bit better. We have just come to Camp Drybone, the church of that halfling whose name I can't remember. Oh, Lalafell, whose name I can't remember. And we're about to ask for the Church of Andama Landama near Camp Drybone in eastern Dunland. Let's talk to Father Iliad. Is something troubling you, my child? You have the look of one who has endured great suffering. If there's anything I can do to help, anything at all, you need only ask. What will you say? Forgive me, Father, I've sinned. Curse my enemies, Father. Call down divine vengeance. How about the wild roses are dead, Father, and I know not what to do. The wild roses? I see. You may speak freely here. We're all friends of the Scions. All good things, the unspoken must come to an end, rings in our heads as we remember the devastation that met us at the Waking Sands. How could this have happened? I don't know. And you are certain that Menphilia was among those taken by the Galaeans? I am. Let us pray no further harm comes to them. You may stay here for as long as you wish. It is the least I can do for a friend of Menphilia's. Ah, I've known her since she was but a child. Well do I recall the day of our first meeting. I swore then to do everything in my power to support her, and I will gladly offer the self-same service to her brother and sister Scions. So please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Pants. Sorry. Marquez, would you come here for a moment? Yes, Father? If you require assistance, pray speak with Marquez. He is a trifle shy, but I assure you he means well. I should explain. Marquez is a survivor of the Battle of Carteneau. Alas, his experiences took a terrible toll upon his mind. Had we not taken him into our care, he would surely have perished in the desert. Marquez, I want you to look after Mistwalker. Do you understand? Yes, Father. Achievement, those who wait. Rightio, well, one of these who wait. We're going to go have a quick chat with Marquez. You can't take it with you. Marquez has a personal request to make of you. Excuse me, Mistwalker, do you have a moment? It concerns this broken horloge which was found in the pocket of a man brought here for burial. There is something familiar about it, but just what I cannot say. Perhaps I tinker with the device. Perhaps if I tinker with the device, it will come to me. However, I lack the proper tools to do so. I would ask that you journey to Camp Drybone in my stead to obtain a ball-point chisel and a pair of needle-nose pincers. They are often used by goldsmiths, so perhaps they would be the best people to ask. Of course, I do not expect you to foot the bill. Here, take this coin purse. That should cover it. Right, there are so many little side quests here nagging me with their little exclamation marks. You know, we could jog on down to Camp Drybone, or we could be really super lazy and pretend we have buckets of money and just teleport. Now, have we? I'm trying to make it a rule of thumb that every time I come into an area, I unlock the Levmet. Looks like we have done it for this area. I know I've been a bit dozy about it lately, like in the last couple episodes, but we might just make a point of it. Traveling goldsmith. A ballpoint chisel, you say? And a pair of needle-nose pincers? Those things don't come cheap, you know. No, that's why I bought this for you. Lals, balls! I mean, yes, that should be sufficient payment. Nice doing business with you. Jerk. I bet he just charged me 5 times what they're worth. I know, where's my bird? Come on, get back here. Sunny, let's go. It is Sunstorm with this character. I've got a few different names. Turkey Legs, Fluffy, Sunstorm, Stormfeather. I know, I can't remember them all. There's a few characters I've gotten to this point. Marquez. Have you brought the tools I requested? I sure did. Your thingamy and your who's what's it. Radio? Something occurs to me. Please wait here for a moment. It was for naught. Though I repaired the device easily, this sensation that stirs within me remains a mystery. But how did I do it? These hands, my hands, they moved with a mind of their own, deftly manipulating the clockwork mechanisms. There was no doubt or uncertainty. I knew exactly what to do, as though I had performed the same motions countless times before. Pardon me, Miss Walker, this was a mistake. Please give the Orelose to Sister Elined. The man who once owned it is currently in her care. I think it best that it be returned to him. Oh no. Alright, don't worry. He'll work it out, I'm sure. So much death and sadness. Sister Elined. Good morrow to you, madam. Have you come to pay your respects to this man? I have indeed. Never before have I seen such a queer device. You say that it measures the passing of time. Mayhap they're more common in Garlemald. I'm given to understand that its cities are filled with all manner of amazing technologies. Marquez said that it belonged to the deceased. Oh dear. You don't suppose that the owner might have been a Ghanaian spy? It may behoove us to notify the authorities in Camp Drybone. But mayhap more importantly, how did Marquez manage to repair this device? I knew he had a talent for the trades, but this goes far beyond mending fences and thatching roofs. It sure does, doesn't it? That was a level 34 weapon coffer. What level weapon are we carrying? Right, a level 70. Sigh. I don't have any stuff to extract. See, this is what these should look like. It's very disturbing that they don't. Bringing out the dead. Sister Elined is staring at you with great sadness in her eyes. Lady, if you tell me I'm about to die, I'll be very upset. I recognize you now, Mistwalker. Allow me to express my deepest condolences for those who lost their lives in the attack. I apologize if discussing this upsets you, but you should know that the bodies of your comrades are presently being removed from the waking sands and prepared for transport here. If you wish to leave this work to others, I understand. However, taking part might help you find closure. Aha. Speak with the merchant outside the Waking Sands. Very well. Let's grab our Vesper Bay Etherite ticket. Click on that thing and go. We've got a whole empty segment in our backpack. Well, I'm not sure if I can cope with that. I can't remember if we've got retainers yet either. No. Oh, my memory sucks. The Vesper Bay shopkeeper. Hi. Hey, you don't look like one of them church fellas. Not that I'll turn you away, no sir. As you can see, we've got a pile of unidentified bodies over yonder. No one's come to claim them, so off to the lich yard they go. Be thankful you didn't have to go inside and see the carnage for yourself, mate. You don't know the half of it. 'Twas the stuff of nightmares, I tell you. God's damned Imperials. I don't know what quarrel they had with these folks, and I sure as hells don't want to know. The sooner we put this behind us, the better. Say, ain't I seen you round here before? Or do you just have one of them faces? Ah, never mind. Annie Road, there's a carriage come to haul the bodies to the lich yard out by the east gate. There's only 8 left to load up, but seeing as I'm exhausted from carrying all the others, I've a mind to leave the remainder to you. Might want to cover your nose while you work. Some of these folk are starting to turn. Oh, thanks. Well, he's carted all the rest out. You can understand why he's a little bit, yeah. Just fold this fella up and stuff him in my backpack. Imagine inside of this adventurer just, calmly works, makes sure the bodies are okay, and then the bodies vanish and she walks off, backpack not bulging, not even looking like she's carrying, 400 pound of people. I know, look, my mind just supplied the words rotting flesh in my head, and that made me feel a bit, yeah, well, cannot stop when my brain wants to go. Let's unlock the Jacobo Keep. I should have done that ages ago. So we'll unlock this nice little Lala here. I know, scary little monsters, the Lala. Okay. What happened to the big fella? Ah, forget it. Just bring the next batch and toss them in the back. Ain't like they'll complain if you're rough. I'll complain if you're rough, mister. The big fella. He was big. He was a Rugadin. Well, ain't you a strong one? 4 in one trip? Reckon there's no need for me to lend you a hand with the rest then. I better toss you in the back. I know. Look, I'd say they lack sympathy, but what's probably happening is they're probably really, really disturbed by what's happened and are having trouble coping. That's not where the bodies are, dear. Oh, no. We knew all of them, at least in passing. And the least we can do is give them a little time. Well, that's the first time I do this, oh my. So, one little leaf babe. I know, we're going to have to let her folks know what happened. Because I'm pretty sure the people at Andama Landama don't know. Come on, let's get this finished before I die of old age. Hey, how you doing, Too Lucky? That should be all of them. Thanks for the help. Reckon it won't take too long to deliver all the corpses to the lich yard. Even so, you might want to hurry back and tell them that our work here is done. Hurry back? Sure, I can hurry back. We will just teleport our way across the countryside. Is that still locked? No, it shouldn't be. It's just an off area. We got this. I know, I'm trying to remember where in the story I am. Because I haven't opened up my list of main scenario quests. I am looking forward to the changes that are coming. I don't know about the battle changes. I'll see how I feel about them when I get to them. But everything else, like the more storage and the more house space and stuff, that's I'm looking forward to that. There is a big set of downtime coming in the next couple of days. I think on the 2nd of June. So I'm not sure what that's about. I hope for more content. I see that you decided to heed my advice. I pray that in doing so you found some small measure of peace. The first carriage from Vesper Bay arrived not long ago. We've begun preparing your comrades for burial. I had a hand in the initial rites, and I would like you to know that for many, death came quickly. Rest assured that we'll treat them with the utmost respect, and do everything we can to shepherd them to Thal's realm. Well, as long as that's the realm they want. Sister Luned, bury me not on the lone prairie. Oh. Sister Luned wishes to discuss one of the scions who perished at the Waking Sands. She does she? Although we can perform rites for most of the scions, there is one for whom we cannot accept. We would like you to return this one to her people, the Sylphs of Little Solace. It is only proper that she be given into the care of her friends and family, so that they may mourn her, in accordance with Sylphic traditions. Really? Little Solace, you say? Well, I guess it's off to Hawthorne Hut we go. There we are. Wow, okay. Normally I'd grab some. I might actually jump into Duty Finder, and we'll do a little bit of leveling as we go. Not sure how we'll go. It's a Saturday night for most folk and a Sunday morning for others, but let's check that out. I know the only problem with doing it that way, of course, is that we have cutscenes that we will have to interrupt. I'm a little bit reluctant to do that because of it. I can't fly yet. Oh, right. I forgot. Looks like someone else is instanced adjacent. There we go. I don't know if that's a proper tech term for it, but there you are. Comuxio. This one is surprised to see Walking One in Little Solace. How can these ones assist Walking One? Oh man, I am so sorry. Norexia! But this one does not understand. No, I'm sure she doesn't. I'm sorry. Oh dear. Comuxio, this one has heard much wailing. This one would know what has caused such distress. I know, I forgot to. Terrible news, Elder One. Awful news. Walking One has returned to Little Solace, but why? These ones have not requested further aid. Well, you see. Norexia, how did this happen? Explain everything to this one at once. Uh-oh, angry cabbage. So, not only Norexia, but many of Walking One's friends were lost as well. Norexia! Norexia went to Thunland at the behest of this one. Walking One was with Norexia at the end. Tell this one that Norexia was brave. Tell this one that Norexia did not suffer. She was brave. This one is glad to hear Walking One's words. Thank you for bringing Norexia home, Walking One. These ones wish to thank Praying Ones. Tell Praying Ones these ones will remember this kindness. This one demands vengeance. Imperial ones must pay. Imperial ones must suffer. Oh no. When the time comes for Walking Ones to face Imperial ones, do not forget these ones. These ones would have Norexia's death be for naught. These ones will fight. Something tells me the forest just became a slightly less friendly place for the mold troops. Garleans, I'll get there eventually. Return to Luned. We shall indeed. Back to Camp Drybone. I feel like a ping pong ball or one of those balls in a pinball machine. Rightio, let's go. Up to the ramp. Alright, yep. There is a lot of story in this part of the game. I'm guessing we've unlocked Ifrit in Bowl of Embers. Fairly sure. Yeah, we have. Oh, and we've unlocked Titan. I gotcha. Right. Why? We've unlocked quite a bit. Good. That'll keep us on our toes. Our toesies must nosies. We thank you for your service to the church and to the sylphs. You may be pleased to know that in your absence we interred the remaining scions in the lich yard. Perhaps you still wish to do more for your friends. If so, I would remind you that you have already done so much on their behalf. Please take a rest and set aside your burdens for now, Mistwalker. Alright, our options are... What are we doing next? We're doing a Thaumaturge next, which is a ranged DPS magical. Alright. Just trying to remember if I have mithril spectacles in my bag. Possibly not. Alright. In my backpack, not my bag. I know. These quests, when I first did this game, I cleaned out every quest in every section as I went. Turns out that's not the best approach if you're going to do multiple jobs, because you need them to help you level up when you don't have the main scenario quests. So, eyes on me. Marquez believes he is being watched. I'm not imagining it, Miss Walker. I know I'm being watched. This is different, sinister. It is as if I am under observation. The feeling comes and goes, but I felt it when last I ventured outside. Yes, I know I felt it. Will you look outside for me, please? It will only take a moment. All right. Will I look outside for you? Sure thing. I would say who's afraid of the dark, but that's not exactly fair for him. Right. Okay. Oh, you are being watched. I am I? Look, I might be a healer, but heal this. Okay, we need to remember to do that every time we fight. This one here. Presence of mind. Helps us cast faster and might be the difference in saving our tank or watching him get splattered by a monster or 500, depending on how madly they pull. Alright, and just hang on a minute. I'll just mute my mic for a tick. Alright. Sorry for that. There's nothing worse than when your nose starts to run. And no one wants me snorting and snuffling. Rightio, let's go and have a quick chit chat to Marquez. Okay. Bird, you are not helping, Sonny. You were attacked, weren't you? Are you unharmed? Thank the gods. I knew it. He was watching me. But why was he watching me? What did he want with me? Did he perhaps know something of my past? If only I could have asked him. I need to think. Please allow me a moment alone. Wait. Father Iliad must hear of this. Will you tell him for me? It's important. I think others may come for me again. Father Iliad is so deep in thought he missed that conversation. Or he pretended to. Heavens forfend! That such a thing should happen on holy ground. Do you have any idea who this man was? Did you notice anything distinctive about his garb or possessions? They didn't melt? Or afford much protection? This is Ghanaian steel, which means this man who was watching Marquez was. Make haste to Camp Drybone at once. We must summon the immortal flames before more Imperials come. Alright, we have. This is for Disciple of War. We're not doing those yet. Toadskin duckbills. Might just pick that up. It's probably a waste, but we'll see. I do need to get my crafting up so that I can do some deconstruction. So I can clear my pack and have some materials. Hello, who's this? Alpha, no.
I fondly hoped that I might be the first to speak with you. Would that I had been so fortunate.
You made it.
At ease, adventurer. I come not on behalf of the Empire.
Oh, that's right, you're not
On
part
the
of us yet.
contrary, I mean to revive the scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Oh, young pup.
And to that end, I have come in search of a legend. The greatest engineer of our time, Master Sid Garland. I have come for you.
I fear you are mistaken, child.
I'd be doing the wrong
He
voice
is but
for
a
him.
poor soul who bore witness to the horrors at Cartano.
I'm gonna have to remember that
I
voice.
beg of you, leave us in peace.
Wait,
Oh no.
Hear me, Sid. Eorzea needs you.
You relentless person, you. I need to sit down now. My head is becoming one person, and it was once, and it's two. Oh, Father.
Sid, was it? Here. These belong to you. I thought you bore the mark of greatness. It seems that I was right.
Aww.
Our time together was all too brief, but it felt as though my son had returned to me. You have brought joy to an old man's life. But it is time for you to help those who truly need you.
Okay.
Who are you? Alfino Leveilleur, at your service. As a scion of the Seventh Dawn, I stand against our primal and imperial foes, as my grandfather once did. 'Tis no secret what befell our order at the Waking Sands. Word has already spread across Eorzea. The repercussions are far greater than you realize. In the wake of the calamity, the three city-states focused their efforts solely on reconstruction, leaving the scions to combat the primal threat unaided.
Right.
And lo, we are all but destroyed. Yet even as the nations mourn our demise and abandon what little hope they have left, we cannot forsake our duty, now least of all. The Ixal have summoned Garuda once more, and she torments the people of Kurthus as we speak.
Right.
Her appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Worse, in her present incarnation, our Baldessian colleagues believe she surpasses both Ifrit and Titan in strength.
Right.
Yet, therein lies an opportunity. Were we somehow to defeat Garuda, it would serve as a warning to the other beast tribes that even their mightiest gods can be felled.
Right.
If we are to face our foe, we must first circumvent the tempest that shields her sanctuary. And for that, we need an airship. Your airship, Sid.
I
have an airship.
have an airship?
Yes, Sid.
Yes, Sid, you do. Your very own airship.
You have an airship.
It was last seen in the skies over Gridania, not long before the calamity. So let us begin our search there.
Okay.
An airship?
Yes.
My airship?
Yes.
Oh, wait.
Oh, Father Iliad. Wow.
Come, let us put an end to the primals. Together, we will show the world that the Scions are still a force to be reckoned with.
All right. Well, we have 6 months until
They need my airship.
we do need your
They
airship,
need
Sid.
me.
Yes. We have 6 months until Evercold, sorry, comes out. Comes out in January 2027. And wow, that feels weird to say. And we're so early in the main story quest. So if I don't focus too much on the other classes like I normally would, if I focus mostly on the story, please forgive me. But we do need to get our crafting up. There are some side bits we are going to have to do just to make the game a bit more rounded for us. Because it's got so many interconnecting parts. He who waited behind. Father Iliad has some parting words for you and the others. What a curious twist of fate that Master Sid Garland would at last be found within our church. It defies imagination. Beg your pardon, Mistwalker. You wish to find his airship, yes? I know not how much truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as the final flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of the calamity, much like the Great Gubu Wall of Uldar. It states that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gridania toward Kurthus. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely over Folgord Float, the closest settlement to Kurthus. Mayhap the Serpents stationed there have records of the events that transpired that day. I had hoped you might rest from your journeys for a time, but I see that the world still has need of you and the Scions. Pray look after yourself and Sid, Mistwalker. Oh. All right, speak with Ethelmare in Folgord Float. Let us go. So I don't want to rush it, but I don't want to take too long with it because I do want to be able to do the new content when we get to it. But for that, we are going to need our crafters because the best gear is crafted gear. And we're not ready to make it. So we need to get that going. And I'm navigating via the mini-map. So it is one thing I really miss when a game doesn't have it is that particular map. It's just so useful. Ethelmare, is there aught I can assist you with, miss? The Enterprise. You speak of Master Garland's ship, yes? Aye, I needn't refer to the records. I know that the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Kurthus. What became of it after, that I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray seek with Vortifort at Florentel's Spire. He was on duty that day and saw it with his own eyes. I'm unsure what it is you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, would you not need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear tell that the machinery is fiendishly complex. You're right, we will need a man of Master Garland's abilities to fly it. Now, we need to go out. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Of course I am. Let's go. I know, I need more clothing. Particularly for where we're going. We're going to freeze our little legs off. Oh dear. I've got 41 grand. It's not really enough to go shopping for more Scion gear with, for more clerical gear with. And yes, I don't think we have. Oh, we've got one crafter, and it's not the crafter we need. Yeah, we'll be fine. Waterfort. You've come in search of Waterfort. Well then, well met, for you've found him. Indeed, I've served as a whaler for many years, since before the great snows came to Kurthus. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember that day. You do? Well, come on, spit it out, man. Bird, you're driving me crazy. Cold reception. Vortifort wishes to tell you of the final flight of the Enterprise. 'Twas on the eve of the Battle of Cartano, nigh on 5 years ago. I held the spire alone that night, while the bulk of our forces marched to meet the enemy in the field. Then all of a sudden the most fantastic airship I'd ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. If the Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the calamity, I'd wager it's still somewhere in Kurthus. The astrologians at the observatorium may have records which could help, but to obtain them you'd need to deal with the Ishgardians who control the region. I wouldn't expect much, though. The high houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Delamud descended, they took shelter behind their gates, and even now they have little regard for the plights of other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Consider providing your services to the soldiers who guard the observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I have little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. All right, bribe them with good deeds? Understood. Now, did we ever unlock Camp Dragonhead? Let us check. Bird, did you just vanish on me? Yes, we did. All right, but we don't need to go that far north. We'll just go this way. It'll be about as quick, I think. Get your fluffy tail back here, Sunstorm. Rightio. Time for a little jog through the blue. I know, that border is a fierce, hard border, isn't it? Into an entirely different region. Look at this place. Wow. Okay. I know. There's so much here. It's one of the things I really like about this game. They're going to... Evercold is all snow and ice, so it'll be interesting to see how they differentiate it from the Kurthus areas, Western and the Highlands. It's going to be amazing. I also like the amount of XP. We have 34,000 XP for that. So let's head into here. Ludevoir. Excuse me, can you repeat that? You wish to offer your services to House Durandare, and what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? Ha! How absurd! As if we would permit an outsider to peruse the records of the observatorium. Do not mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. Right, that's why they close their doors. Too many refugees. Wow, guys. Alright, I'm looking for my next class, so we'll just... Hopefully that'll be what we need, otherwise I'm going to be deconstructing an awful lot. For which I'm going to need Weaver. Ludevoir. The Unending War. Ser Ludevoir is doing his utmost to intimidate you into leaving. Oh, good luck, mate. You're nowhere near as big as a Goboo. Oh, sorry. Haloni, have mercy. Are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I'm on duty. We're stretched thin as it is. And where in the hells is that knight I sent out on patrol? He should have returned ages ago. Huh, perhaps I have a use for you after all. If you still wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You'll know him by his uniform, that of House Durandare, as is mine. Right, okay, the gold upright leafy bits. West, you said. West. Well, I didn't see him on the road coming in, so... Oh, he must be near this little orange circle. Now, what level are we? 54. What level are they? 35. Okay, we should be okay. Right up until we start causing trouble. Then we're not okay. The sound of snow crunching underneath sabatons grows louder. Wow. Oh, I need to make sure my bird's points are well and truly upgraded. He's a useful little budgie, isn't he? Well done, bird. If you look up budgie, you'll actually find it's a teeny tiny little bird. Nowhere near the size of a chocobo. Or an emu. If it wasn't for you, miss, I reckon they would have finished me off. Despicable dragon-loving bastards. Tuh! Death was a mercy they didn't deserve. I pray the rumours were mistaken, but this confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend. Right, I'll see you back at the camp then, shall I? The observatorium. He doesn't look like he needs an escort, but geez, he nearly lost his head and most of his innards to, you know, bad guys. Heretics. Heretics? Well, there's a new foe for us. Eau de Froid. This is the first dicasterial observatorium of ethereal and astrological phenomena. Right. Try saying that with a mouthful of marbles. I must say, I didn't exactly expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I see, I may have been premature in my judgment, miss. You think? We are proud people, beholden to tradition, but that does not mean we're without humility. I shall instruct the astrologians to entertain your request. However, understand that it is ultimately their decision whether or not you may peruse their records. Pray proceed to the observatorium and introduce yourself to Edmel. Right, Edmel, you say. I know, we are going to have to take a break and bring up our thaumaturge a little bit. It's annoying me leaving all these quests behind. Edmel. Ah, the lady come in search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Sir Ludovois be thinking? It is true that we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart the Dravanian activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you would persist with your inquiries, pray seek an audience with Chief Astrologian Forlamore up above. Oh, Forlamore, okay. He's a bit grumpy though, if I remember rightly. Let's go speak with the wonderful Forlamore. Oh, up 2 flights of stairs. He's not that wonderful. All right. Forlamore. No, absolutely not. Have you any inkling what it is you ask? Were our records to fall into the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between southern nations. Ours is a holy crusade, and we are the arbiters of Heloni's will. I will not put our great nation at risk, certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. Pardon the intrusion, Forlamore. I wish to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh, I did not realize you had a guest. Inquisitor Guillaume, you honor us with your presence, sir. The lady was just leaving. I was? Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Durandez's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I'm told you seek an airship last seen in Corthus 5 years ago, yes? You come to us at an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would also strongly advise caution. The snows come quickly in Corthus. 1 minute you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge, and the next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark whilst travelling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. That's actually good advice. When I was hiking out near Alice Springs, We did pretty much the same thing, only there weren't any blizzards, and it certainly wasn't snowy. I was not aware you aided House Durandar in that fashion. Thank you, madam. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. That's okay. I'm sure we'll survive. So the other thing you should know is we're actually on a preferred server, which means that we get double the XP for being here. We have our armory bonus unlocked, which also aids to our XP, and a couple of other things which I forget. Actually, no, we don't have armory bonus unlocked because this is our main job class. When we have Thaumaturge, we'll have that bonus unlocked because it'll be below our main class. Alrighty, let's have a quick chat with Josiah. I'm only just getting my head around the bonuses you can get for leveling. Alright, Men of Honor. Josiah is attempting to attract your attention. You there, madam. I could not help but overhear your conversation with the chief astrologian. There may be a way I can assist you, but it would require that you perform for me a favour in exchange. An associate of mine is yet to return from his expedition to the cliffs east of the observatorium. He was adamant that he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of exile in that vicinity. If you would seek out this astrologian and confirm that he is well, it would be of great comfort to me. Sure thing, Josiah. Sure thing. Okay, I know. I have trouble understanding a world run on favors instead of, need, but that's because I'm a little bit autistic, so that's fine. I'm beginning to understand it exists, though, and that it has rules. Right. And so must Mistwalker. A world run on favors, Misty, not on merit. Or need. So you have to be a useful bunny. To the east, she said. So we are heading east. This is the opposite direction. These guys are surrounded by trouble. We've got heretics to the west and probably all around, possibly infiltrating their ranks. And then we have these things. Ixal, which also plague Eorzea. Wait, that's a hunting log target. Let's just deal with that then, shall we? How many of these am I supposed to murder? I mean, hunt? Woohoo. Oh, hunting logs. We should do a bit more of that too. 478 storm seals. Oh, and that was it. The entry is complete for the maelstrom. So that was a maelstrom hunting log target. And we found it here in this little space here. So just out of the observatorium, just head east. 4. This target. Nope. Nope. This one. This very bottom one. Oh, we're looking for straight beaks as well. I don't see any here. I see a still beak. Alright, that's because they're in the North Shroud near Alder Springs. We'll go hunting them in a bit too. So we need to do our hunting log so that we can rank up in our grand company. Let's go. Boom. What a relief to see someone other than a goddamned birdman. I thought I could finish my work whilst the Ixal were away, but they returned far quicker than I anticipated. It was all I could do to hide and hope they might leave again before I froze to... Wait, who are you? You're not one of our knights. A man of House Durandar cannot be seen in the company of an unbeliever. Good day, madam. Wow, you're welcome, I think. And who said I was an unbeliever? No one asked me what my thoughts were on Haloni. Judgmental, temperamental fella. Goodness me. I know, whole new region to play in. It's good. Where are we? We are in this area. If I shrink it, it's quite a big area. Oh, wait. Oh, no, that'll be Levs. We've done the Levs here, obviously. No, Levs are here and here, right? We'll get to know it. First Dicasterial Observatorium of Ethereal and Astrological Phenomena. I like the way it tells us every time it comes in, or you come into it. But at least you can't get lost. There's no excuse for saying you don't know where you were. Alright, unless you don't read the names on the screen. Not a good habit to get into because they help you out in some battles. You need to be able to read it to tell what's coming next. They like their stairs in this game. That's all I can say. We're going to get very familiar with stairs. Oh dear. Up we go. Josiah, I found him. The arrogant fool returned not long ago before you arrived, muttering about the disgrace of having been rescued by an unbeliever. Serves him right for underestimating the dangers our knights face every day. Ah, but you are eager to locate your airship. It may surprise you that by saving him you have already aided your own cause. House Durandare is quick to regard outsiders with suspicion, as it is their duty to sound the alarm at the first sound of Dravanian aggression. Yet you have already aided them twice, for which they are honour bound to repay you. Even so, they will not grant you access to the Observatorium's records. That is just as well, for there are other ways you might locate your missing airship. What I propose is that you petition Lord Portalane for an official introduction to the other high houses. The word of House Durandare carries tremendous weight in Ishgard. Should the captain consent, you would have little trouble obtaining information from the other high houses. Well, she's helping me as best she can. Wow, it's a very politically intriguing kind of area, isn't it? I bet those houses fight like cat and dog too. I know, do I get dizzy running down the stairs? Actually, the number of times I fell off the stairs when I first started playing is, yes, I forget how many times that was. Where am I going? Oh, off this roof and into the building. There we are. Portalane, hi. You've caused quite a stir in your short time here. First you slay 2 heretics and save a knight, and now I hear you've rescued a man of our house. I imagine you must desire something for your troubles? An introduction to the other high houses. I cannot deny that you have given us no cause to distrust you. But while you have performed 2 acts, you would have me endorse you to 3 high houses. It is only fitting that you aid us one final time, wouldn't you agree? 3 for 3. Even I can see the sense in that. Very well. What are we collecting? Item level items for all classes. Because, yeah. Let's go. 3 for 3. Oh, there you go. Lord Portalane requires that you perform a 3rd task on behalf of House Durandare. Now, I understand that you're very eager to find your missing airship. Worry not, for this task should take a woman of your skills but a moment to complete. Oh, now I am worried. Not long ago, a porter bound for Skyfire Locks was ambushed on the road due west of here. Though he escaped with his life, he would very much like his wares as well. On the off chance any portion of his shipment remains, I would have you travel to the scene of the robbery and bring back what you find. Lest you intend to perform only a cursory search, bear in mind that recovering the stolen merchandise will endear you to House Helionart, further improving the chances that they indulge your request for aid. I like how they're explaining the rules as we go. Too few people do. East of here, was it? And he's a porter, so he'd have been using the road, which that arrow seems to indicate. Right, let's go. Ooh, I see sparkles. Stolen wares. Well, someone wasn't very careful with what they nicked. We'll pick that up. And we'll grab this one. And oh look, a fight. What do you mean? How do I know? It's purple. It has to be a fight. Alright, oh, spellcaster. Well, let's get you out first. Let's take you on next. And let's take you on third. when I can get my aim right. And while my bird pecks the other one. Oh, he's pecking you to death. I'm so sorry. Alright. Yeah, see? Never upset a healer. Or they won't heal you. Haha. Rightio. So in case you're wondering why that was not as hard as it could have been, our gear level is 70. Our IL, our item level is 70, but most of our gear is well over that. What's letting us down is our jewelry, so we need to go find some more. And our weapon level 70. So we've got a lot of higher level gear. And we're also level 54 for a quest that's level 36, which helps. So over gearing and over leveling makes your journey through the MSQ a lot easier. So it's worth spending your gil on gear if you have to. Just, you know, because you'll get it back eventually. Commander, have you good tidings to share? Or better yet, stolen merchandise to show? I do. Here you are. So I play keyboard and mouse. It's just a matter of right and left clicking. God bless you, friend. It's all here, every last up. But wait, that chest over there looks like it might have been pillaged. Bloody hells. That's the personal property of Lord Francel, too. Uh-oh. Are you certain? Clearly an attempt was made to open it, but the lock appears to have held. Nevertheless, if you wish me to verify the contents against your shipping manifest, be my guest. Fury, take me! A draconian rosary! In the possession of Lord Francel! Yet perhaps this is not so difficult to fathom. House Helionard is whispered to be infested with heretics. Thank you for bringing this matter to my attention, miss. I shall inform the Inquisitors immediately. Under these circumstances, I must strongly advise against associating with House Helionard. Your other introductions will need to be postponed as well. It is the duty of every Ishgardian to root out and destroy heretics. All else must wait until this matter is resolved. Really? That's convenient. All right. Well. You know what I've forgotten to do? I have forgotten to eat food. Oops. Let me just... Do you want to watch me clicking, girl? Let's eat that. I'm not sure what it gives me. Ooh, spell speed is good. Where did I get that many toad's legs? Because that's pretty cool. Alright, the Rose and the Unicorn. Sir Carolot has something very important to tell you. Come closer, lass, and listen well. This is for your ears only. Lord Francel is no heretic. He is a goodly, righteous man, wholly dedicated to the cause. I know this because I served House Helionard for years prior to the calamity. You must go to Skyfire Locks and warn him of the coming storm. The Inquisitors are ruthless and will spare him no mercy. Speak to him of an Edelweiss, and he will know you for a friend. Now go. Edelweiss. Alright. We probably should have gone out the other gate. Never mind. So 1800 gil for that little trip. That was good. See, look, nowhere near as big as a Gubu, and that man was trying to intimidate me. Ah, he needs to, I don't know, get taller or something. Little house on the hill. Alrighty. Oh, there's quests everywhere. Radio. What level quests are they actually? Level 36. Yeah, we can get our thaumaturge to that in very little time. Yes, you look as though you have something to say, do you? Is that an Edelweiss in your pocket, or are you happy to meet me? I see Sir Carolot has not forgotten my mother's favourite flower. A pity it has not been seen in Curthis since the calamity. You may speak freely here, friend. Well, that's absurd. I would sooner die than become a thrall of the dragons. Lass, it matters little what I say at this point. Although the draconian rosary was not found in my possession, it will still be considered by many to be proof of my heresy. I must do my utmost to prove my innocence to the Inquisitors, for if they harbour even the slightest doubt... This will only add weight to the incessant accusations our house has suffered of late. It's as though the gods themselves are plotting our fall. You risk much by coming here. It's only proper that I recompense you for this deed. Tell me what you desire, and I shall do my best to provide. A missing airship? I see. It may require a prolonged effort to locate your quarry. I shall direct you to one in a better position to assist you. Lord Rochefort of House Fortemps commands the garrison at Camp Dragonhead. Present to him this letter of introduction, and he will surely be receptive to your needs. Right. Lord Rochefort. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to Camp Dragonhead. Let's go. Oh, look, you know what? We could go for a run through the snow, or we could be really lazy and just do this. Which is quicker, but it does mean we don't do any fates that might have been around. There weren't any, thank goodness. It does mean we've also missed any hunt targets we needed to, which we may not. Depends where we're at with our log. What are you doing here, you two? You look like you're out here for trouble. I'm probably looking for the airship as well, I think. Let's go. Rochefort. Ah, the unmistakable swagger of a well-travelled adventurer. If you're come to pay your respects, be at ease, friend. I'm not one to stand on formality. Truth be told, I would gladly welcome many and more brave souls like yourself. But enough chatter. Pray, tell me why you've come. I haven't quite got his voice, I don't think. If there's any justice in this world, these charges will receive no serious consideration. It is beyond inconceivable. Ah, yes, the letter made mention of a pressing matter for which you required assistance. What might it be? So, this enterprise you speak of was last seen above Curthus, before the calamity 5 years ago. I fear it may prove difficult to find any eyewitnesses to these events, for while Ishgard did not participate in the Battle of Carteneau, we were embroiled in our own internal conflicts at the time. Nevertheless, I will make inquiries on your behalf and share with you my findings in the future. In the meantime, please enjoy the hospitality of Camp Dragonhead. I'll see that you are afforded every courtesy as a guest of House Fortemps. Alright. Heavy steel flanched. Level 36. Alright, let's go with that. I mean, I could be actually getting the wrong gear for this class. I keep forgetting exactly what they use, but anyway. Rochefort, the Talk of Curthus. Lord Rochefort has a proposal for how you might participate in his investigation. As you've doubtless realized by now, the high houses of Ishgard, House Fortemps included, are either unable or unwilling to offer you formal assistance in your search. However, that does not mean that there are not influential individuals within each house who are sympathetic to their cause. I shall be sending missives to their various representatives in Ishgard, though I suspect it would be quicker and more efficient if you were to make inquiries of your own. Lady Nin of mine own House Fortemps, who resides here in Camp Dragonhead, rather enjoys the company of travellers. There's also Crevellin of House Helionart, who can be found at Skyfire Locks, though any information you pry from the scribe may prove difficult to pass. Have you spoken with the chief astrologian of House Durandare yet? Really? Perhaps he'll be more accommodating once I inform him that you are a friend of House Fortemps. Do not concern your house with House Samael. I shall contact them myself. Seek the counsel of the three I mentioned and return to me when finished. All right, Mr. Bossy, I shall do exactly that. Mr. Bossy. You know, he's supposed to be that bossy because he is like the Lord Commander of the area, so I guess. Well met, traveller. Might I interest you in the Jacobo Porter? Ah, do not tell me this is your first time at this stop. It is indeed. You are very well informed. Let's go and speak to the lady in the camp because she is the closest, and then we'll go and head on down to Skyfire Locks and see how we go. Alright, Nin, how are you? Why, hello, good madam. What's that? An airship, you say? I hate to disappoint you, but I know nothing of what you seek. Likely no one of House Footholmes does, for if they did, I would definitely know as well. The topic on everyone's lips these days is what will become of young Lord Francel. Some say the allegations are long overdue, given how many members of House Halinart have been found guilty of heresy in recent days. Ah, guilty of heresy, but, righto. Far be it from me to doubt your legal system. Oh gosh, no, that is even slower. Alright. It feels slower. It probably isn't that much slower. The Talk of Curthus. I know, I'm looking forward to this part. But like I said, we do have to take a pause and we'll bring up our thaumaturge so we can start doing some of the side quests that we come across. And we'll also bring up. See, the approach to crafting is you need your gatherers. So we should bring up our gatherers and then bring up our crafters. By the same token, though, I really need my crafting levels up because I need to be able to desynthesize the bits and bobs I'm not using anymore. I mean, I could just sell them, that's true. Alright. Of course, they're in opposite. Oh, okay, no. We'll go for this one first. He's at Skyfire Locks. And then the other one is an Astrologian, so he'll be in the other area. I ran right past him. Just eyes painted on. There we go. I know, brain trying to strategize what we're doing next. Make all the interconnecting bits interconnect nicely. That's very difficult to do. Crevelin. Or Crevelian. Haloni, grant me strength. There must be some way to... Oh, who are you? A friend of Lord Horshafont? I want to help you, I truly do, but these accusations of heresy have thrown House Helinar into chaos. Right now, we must focus on combating these charges and preserving our reputation. Right. Of course. I understand. Politics, right? Politics will murder everybody. And no one will say a thing about it. Ugh. Oh wow, what is that? That was it was like a flying no, not ichthyosaur, plesiosaur. A flying plesiosaur. There you go. I wonder if I get one of those. That looked exciting. I know. So many mounts in this game that you can actually earn them by playing, so let's keep playing. We might find out where that one exists. A plesiosaur. I think we have probably got at least one flight of stairs, maybe two. But let's not make assumptions or we'll go past. We'll be walking up extra stairs we don't need to. No, looks like we're walking up extra stairs we need to. I know. Rightio. Oh, not you again. Alright, Mr. Grumpy. Fullermore. I gather you've been busy since last we spoke. Lord Horshafont's missive was positively glowing, but if you think that his endorsement is cause for me to disregard Ishgardian policies, then you are sorely mistaken. We're at war, madam, and the enemy grows bolder by the day. Why, in the short time since Inquisitor Guillaume arrived in Curthus, countless heretics have been discovered, even amongst the elite of Ishgardian society. If Lord Horshafont wishes to waste his days chasing after a long-lost airship, then that is his choice. But if he expects others to share in his folly, then he's truly blind to the present state of affairs. Right, that'd be a no then? That'd be a no. I understand. Now, how do we get around your no? That's the trick. How do we get around your no without getting everybody into trouble? That's an even bigger trick. How do we legally get around your no? Yes. There's the rub. Let's see if we can do it. You know what else we haven't done? We have not done this. I know it runs to June 24th. We haven't done this. Oh, report to Horseshoe. Why am I running? Sigh. We haven't taken part in the event yet. And I should allow some time to do that, although it will pull us out of the story. And I really like story, and it's hard when you interrupt it. But the nature of the game is that you are going to have to chop and change between things if you want to do things like events or, you know, take part in other things. All right, let's talk to Horseshoe. Hi. By your countenance, I take it you did not learn of anything of use, nor did I fear. It seems the whole of Kurth is consumed by this talk of heretics in the high houses. We can only hope that my source in Ishgard proper provide more pertinent information. Exactly. And did they? Road to redemption. Lord Horsefort is concerned for Lord Francel's well-being. I had another personal request to make of you. It concerns Lord Francel, of whom much has been whispered in recent days. I have received a report that he and 3 knights were seen heading north toward the Steel Vigil. The outpost was long ago overrun by the Dravanian horde, so I'm not certain what he intends to accomplish with such a small force. Whatever his motives, I fear for his safety. Pray journey to the Steel Vigil and see if Lord Francel's party requires assistance. North, you said. North toward the Steel Vigil. Rightio. Let's go. I know, right? Getting there. I know we need to look after our gear and we need to do all the things. That's a very big. Oh, it's a red horn ogre. Rightio. I was going to say minotaur, but no, clearly not minotaur. Hello, that's a hunt target. Well, hi, and a good day to you too. Oh, wait, you spit fire? That's a bit rude. Oh, and we missed our fast casting. I know, I was ignoring that particular skill, but it's actually really useful. You think. Slide step. There we go. So basically, you've got to wait to get a certain way through your cast. So we need 4 of these. A certain way through your cast before you move, and not leave it until I don't think oh no, I did move. Rightio. And not leave it until something happens. So these guys, this must be the 3 knights he took with him. Or 2 of them. Oh no, there's the 3rd. Right. Lord Francel. Hello. I know we've got to kill 1 more of those beasts. We'll get our chance. Who goes there? Mistwalker? No, stay back. The fiend is still here. Oh my. Yes, it certainly is. Let's go this way. Oops. Where's my bird gone? Oh, whoops. Clearly he's gone away. Okay, let me just summon Budgie because he needs to build up his XP. And we'll take down our last Downy Avis. I know, I chickened out. Aid Francel's Knights. Right, there was one around the corner. The Unfit Knight. Oh, Lord Francel, what did you do? Confound it all! How are we to redeem House Helionard if we cannot even slay a single Avis? We are fortunate you came along when you did, miss. House Halianart will remember your kindness. Okay, that's fine. But it's Horshaffon's kindness, not mine. I heard the beast cry from over yonder. Then Lord Francois is safe? Bless you, miss. Bless you. All right. Curse those fiends. It's as though they knew we were coming. Really? Right. Let's go and have a quick chit-chat with Lord Francois. Hey. It was a foolish thing to do, I know, but I had hoped we might demonstrate our devotion by slaying a number of the Scalekin. Moreover, it was House Halianart that yielded the steel vigil to the Horde many years ago. One might say that our defeat here heralded the slow decline of our house's once great name. We've been brought even lower by these despicable accusations of heresy, and despite my best efforts, I have done naught to improve the situation. The day of my trial approaches. Soon I must accept the judgment of the Inquisitors, whatever it may be. But even should my protestations fall on deaf ears, I will proclaim my innocence to my dying breath. Well, that's not going to help your house, or your father, or Ishgard. Especially if they're wrong. I know, I'm half tempted to see what else might be up here that we need to deal with, but we will go this way. So that was 30,000 XP for completing our Downey Avis Conjurer's entry. All right. Have we unlocked the hunt yet? I should check that. Horshafon, what did you find at the Steel Vigil? Ah, I see. A reckless plan, but at least it did not cost him and his knights their lives. I've news for you as well. A witness to the final flight of the Enterprise has been found. Alas, there is a complication. It has become common knowledge that you paid a visit to Lord Francois at Skyfire Locks not long ago. Upon learning of this, the witness became understandably reticent to make your acquaintance, for fear of being seen in the company of a woman who might later be declared a heretic. A not unreasonable fear given the zeal with which Inquisitor Guillaume has conducted his investigations. In any case, if we wish to obtain his testimony, we must first clear Lord Francois's name, and by association, yours. Right. Ooh, level 36. Okay. Following the evidence, Lord Horshafon suspects that someone is conspiring against Lord Francois. As I see it, the key to proving Lord Francois's innocence is discrediting the evidence against him. I speak of the draconian rosary found in the chest you yourself recovered. If you would, please tell me of the incident in question. All right, well. So, it was found in a locked chest labelled as the property of Lord Francois. If the rosary was not his, then someone else with access must have planted it. Here is what you must do. Return to Skyfire Locks and speak with Rickman. He works closely with the porters who ferry goods across Kurthus, so he may have some inkling of who could be responsible. Right, is that another jog through the snow you're talking about? I see. I'm just going to have a very quick look at where we are in the main scenario. In the list of quests on the console games wiki. We're now level 30 quests, so yeah. So we have about 10 more quests to go before we get to the next major dungeon entry. That's not too bad. Let me just go back to where I need to be. There we are. Okay, So let's see. Can we get them done in the time left? We'll have to check it out. Level 36 weapon coffer. So we did go and buy gear because we needed to have a lot better. Let me try again. We needed to have a higher gear level for what we needed to do. But we didn't buy a lot of gear because what we're wearing now is our level 90, our IL level 90 cleric's gear. Just head toward here. So Rickman doesn't stay in the observatorium area. I wonder why. Rickman. Someone tampering with the shipments. Fury strike me down if all of them rosaries found in our people's possessions were planted. Now, don't you give me that look, lass. I'm a House Alienart man through and through. This heresy nonsense is bad for me and my family too. I ain't saying the porters what were bringing the shipment did it though. I know most of them what work the trade routes, and I've never had cause to question their faith. But if it wasn't them neither, then your guess is as good as mine. After all, most every shipment is thoroughly inspected before it... Could it have been the fellows that were responsible for the inspections? Ishgardian knights and inquisitors, a lot of them. As if they'd ever turn their cloaks. Reckon that means the porters are your most likely suspects. Hate to think it, but maybe you should question them. There's a crew coming to Camp Dragonhead from Whitebrim Font this morning. You might consider having a word with them. Right, so are they at Whitebrim Font? Coming to Camp Dragon. Okay, I'm lost, aren't I? Yes. The door, dear. It's not hard to find. Right. And okay, we're not running all the way back there. Let's just jump. We'll grab that. It makes it easier. Alrighty, and our porter is... Well, that looks like a bunch of wagons, and my little indicator on my map says he's down there. Radio. The apathetic porter. Beg your pardon? You suspect that we porters have been planting draconian rosaries in House Alienart's shipments? What nerve! If you truly believe such nonsense, search our parcels and see what you find. Alright then. That's a draconian rosary. What about this one? That's another draconian rosary. Well, this one? Right. So what are these then? Are we finished? If so, I would appreciate an apology. How about appreciating some of these? But that's impossible. Once the knight at Whitebrim Front concluded her inspection, I loaded the parcels into the wagon myself. And if I had been a culprit, I would never have allowed you to search my shipments. Say what you will to Lord Hoshafar, I will not be held accountable for this. Alright, so no tampering from the time it was sealed, and he denies putting anything in. Right, Hoshafar. Did something happen outside? I thought I heard shouting. But more importantly, what did Rickman have to say? Well, he had that to say, and then I found these. More draconian rosaries, every single parcel bound for Skyfire locks. That beggars belief. Even the Inquisitors must acknowledge that this is no more than a crass attempt to sully House Alienart's reputation. Whoever is responsible has overplayed his hand. And praise Haloni that he did. Lord Francel's trial is upon us, and we must act now if we're to clear his name. Right, let's act now then. How's my food going? 3 minutes? We will eat some more of that stuff. Sorry, hungry, all that running around. Wait, you have a mission for me? In the eyes of gods and men, Lord Hoshafont needs your help to clear Lord Francel's name. From the very first, I knew it could not be that so many members of House Alienart were heretics. At last, we can give the lie to these poisonous allegations and put an end to this travesty. I will need to prepare a formal statement regarding these developments for the Holy See. In the meantime, I would have you bear my words to Inquisitor Bridgie Tell her that House Foutomps asks, nay, demands, that Lord Francel's trial be postponed until a full investigation has been conducted. Right, let's go. Okay, Bridgie, hi. What is it, my child? Lord Horchefont would have the Inquisitors do what? But that is not possible. Inquisitor Guillaume presides over Lord Francel's trial at Witchdrop even as we speak. Fear not. If Lord Francel is indeed innocent, he shall walk in Heloni's halls with the fallen heroes of Ishgard. Wait, you're telling me the penalty for heresy is death, and the penalty for innocence is death? It's like the Middle Ages. We need to save someone if we can. Yes, even if the penalty for doing it is death. Oh no, wait a minute. I've got to... Oh, here I was running ahead of the scenario. Oh, my bad. We need to go and talk to Lord Horchefont by the look of this. Oh, this is why you keep an eye on where your quest markers are. Speak with Lord Horchefont. The instructions are very clear. They have taken Lord Francel to Witchdrop. This is madness. The Inquisitor does not have sufficient grounds to subject him to that manner of trial. I will not stand idly by and allow an innocent man to die, Mistwalker. I would dispatch you and one of my knights to Witchdrop to forestall the proceedings until such time as I am able to join you and petition Inquisitor Guillaume in person. I will endeavour not to keep you waiting too long. Do whatever you must to keep Lord Francel alive. Yes, sir. Now we go to Witchdrop. And we didn't get warmer pants. Actually, I haven't checked that. Yeah, we did not get warmer pants. We are freezing our buns off here. Poor little bun. On the upside, we're enough of a level that most of the wildlife is going to leave us alone. It's kind of good. All right. Ooh, what's that? It's a balloon. That's an exile. Of course, because the exile. Natalan is just up there, but we're not going to Natalan. Oh, a fight is it? Oh, hello, hang on. Holene. Hail, Mistwalker. As you can see, Lord Francel yet lives. We must try to reason with the Inquisitor, but if his guards judge us a threat, we must also be prepared to defend ourselves. Duty calls. Commence battle, for in the eyes of gods and men, level sync is in effect. If you're above the maximum allowed level, it will proceed as follows. Level 42. Right. Okay. We've got this, I think. Perhaps, if we're very lucky. Josin Shalamald, Francel de Helinat, you stand accused of heresy against the Holy See of Ishgard. Is there aught you wish to say in your defence? Hear me, brothers. These charges are false. The men and women of my line have ever opposed the Dravanians, and I am no different. Since the very birth of our nation, we have gladly shed blood in service to the Holy See. Condemn me, and you will strike a blow for the enemies of Ishgard. It is for Heloni to judge if you speak the truth. Prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men. Leap from the cliff and entrust your fate to the Fury. The righteous shall take their place in Heloni's halls, while the wicked shall reveal their drunken forms and be put to the sword. Right. In the name of House Foutomps, I beseech you, stay your hand. Inquisitor, we come on behalf of Lord Horchefont. My lord has uncovered evidence which suggests that the charges against Lord Francel are without merit. We humbly request that these proceedings be suspended until such time as a full re-examination of the facts has been conducted. Lord Horchefont has allowed his personal relationship with the accused to cloud his judgment. That he should harbour private doubts I might have allowed, or that he would dare interfere in legal proceedings sanctioned by the Holy See. I cannot. To defy the will of an inquisitor is to commit heresy, a crime for which there is but one punishment. We must hold them until Lord Hoshifond arrives, Mistwalker. And remember, no harm can come to the Inquisitor. Oh, all right. Okay. Defeat Inquisitor Gulaim's guards. Okay. So we have a boss guard, Alderic the Unyielding. I need to have that going, and I probably should have that going as well. So we've got a bit of regen running, and we've got our spells, this one, our mana redoing its thing. Hey, let me return the favour, mate. I'm going to take him away from you, though. Come over here. You do your healing from over there. Have a little bit of that. Alright, now you don't have to worry about your health. Oh good, I've got 2 wins on this guy. Look! Look! Lord Horshafa has come! Okay, so the one up here, that was... Let me just take out the trash, or help take out the trash. The arrow on him. Rock their world. What the hell on earth is that? Okay. Look, stop poking me with that stick. Right, he's down. Now I've got to keep the dragon away from... I should probably heal myself. You make a very good point. That way the healer can focus on Horshafa. What? No harm must come to the Inquisitor. I suppose that does mean I shouldn't let him get flattened by a dragon. What? You? No, mate. That is the last lot of healing you get to do. Right, you keep your lord alive. Alright, let me help you with that. Oops, too slow. Oh, no wonder I'm on the wrong keyboard. Ishgardian heavy infantry. Alright, that should give Horshafa a bit of a chance. Let's take out the other troublemaker. He's Horshafa's focused on the ribbon. We'll take out Alderic, the Unyielding. Oops, my bad, wrong one. I forgot to do speed up spells. Oops, wrong one. Oh no, right one. Alderic, you backstabbing beggar, you. Got you, son of a gun. I need you. I obtained a draconian rosary. What is duty complete? It is not our intention to defy the will of the Archbishop, But this trial, like many others I fear, has been orchestrated by enemies of House Hallionart. They have used you and your fellows to sow discord, Inquisitor, to set brother against brother, that we may tear ourselves apart. The fevered imaginings of a desperate man. What proof have you of this? This. By the fury, a draconian rosary, then the knight who refused to yield. It was he who summoned the wyvern? A heretic in the ranks of the Temple Knights. This has grave implications. Yeah. Your claims would appear to have merit, Lord Rochefort. I shall withdraw my charges against Lord Francel, pending further investigation. I trust you have not lost sight of that which first brought you to Curthis, Mistwalker. Pray, locate your errant airship and use it. Ooh, he's a bit cross. Lord Rochefort, I have not the words to express my gratitude, but why would you risk your reputation to save me? And mine, sorry. Because I know you, boy. You're too loyal to betray Ishgard and too devout to question your sentence. Had we been any slower, you'd have jumped off your own free will. I would have done whatever it took to redeem House Hallionart. Praise Haloni, it didn't come to that, but it proffers us little to dwell on what might have been. Let us quit this place, Mistwalker. Pray visit me at Camp Dragonhead once you have recuperated. Recuperated? Man, that was like a brisk morning jog. Speaking of morning jogs, I don't feel like a morning jog. Let's go speak with Rochefort. This is the easy way. I spent far too much time my first time through this area, running through snow. And she's not even wearing boots. I mean, what are they? Oh, she's wearing boots. I was going to say, they look like sandals, but they're not. She's definitely not wearing the pants for snowdrifts, though. Goodness me. She would freeze her what's-its off, her legs. Rochefort. You look well, Mistwalker. May I say what a pleasure it was to fight alongside such a fearless and skillful warrior? Were it not for you, Lord Francel would surely have died defending the honour of his house, and I might well have perished at the hands of a heretic and his wyvern. House Fortemps and House Hallionart shall never forget your service. Now let us return to the matter of your missing enterprise. All right. Ooh. The final flight of the Enterprise. Lord Rochefort would like to introduce you to his witness. The man with knowledge of the Enterprise awaits you outside. I pray his information proves useful to you. Well, let's go see what it is. The Discomposed Cataloguer. Oh my. Well, well. How quickly the commoners' opinions change. They say Lord Francel is innocent now, but just a few days prior... Anyway, you were inquiring as to the whereabouts of an airship last seen in Curthis several days before the calamity, yes? Well, it so happens that I was monitoring the night sky at the observatorium during that period. I recall that a small vessel came from the direction of Gridania and landed near the Stone Vigil in the far northwest. The garrison almost certainly seized the vessel and brought it within their walls. If so, then you would need an army of knights to have any hope of securing it. Though Lord Rochefort is, from all indications, quite fond of you, so mayhap he can lend you a few? In any case, I have done my part. I shall pray for your success, friend. Right. Lord Rochefort, that was a really weird meeting. What's this about needing an army of knights and the Stone Vigil? Oh, so you've at last located the Enterprise. I believe congratulations are in order. The Stone Vigil? Ah, perhaps I spoke too soon. The outpost has been held by the dragons for years, and all access is restricted by decree of House Durandare. I will write a letter to Lord Drillemont of Whitebrim Font, and request that he grant you permission to enter. That said, I fear my influence alone will not suffice. I suggest that you request Lord Francel to do the same. Now that your business in Camp Dragonhead is concluded, I suspect we may not meet again for some time. I wish you well in your journeys, Mistwalker. May Haloni guide you. That was very sweet of him. Speak with Francel. Now, Francel is probably in his mountaintop retreat. Alright, his guard post, one of those. So it looks like, yes, you guessed it, another run through the snow. I love the effects they've given this game. It's gorgeous. I know. I'm not in love with the game, but I really appreciate this one. That is a big, big crocodile. Huge. So we've finished all of our White Mage quests. And now what we're doing is leveling our White Mage to 60. That's why I really need the other class to come up. Let's find Lord Francel. Honey, we should meet again here, Lord Francel. Hi. Wonderful to see you again, Mistwalker. Is there anything I can do to repay you? Name it. So, the airship you seek is likely inside the Stone Vigil. It shames me to say that it too was once an outpost held by House Helianart. In the chaos that followed the calamity, the Dravanian horde caught us unawares. The Fiends have held the outpost ever since. As we lack the strength of arms to retake the Stone Vigil, House Durandare instead has been charged with the duty. Given that, I doubt my words will carry much weight with Lord Rillimore. Nevertheless, I will write you your letter. Before you depart, a word of caution. The Cravens who attempted to destroy House Helianart have yet to be unmasked. Though their plans were foiled, they doubtless still harbour great hatred toward us, and toward you now as well. Understood. Deliver the letter to Brunadir, who is there. So we have to go. Alright, let's bounce to Camp Dragonhead. And then we'll run through the snow again. No, more snow. Through the snow to Camp Dragonhead, and we'll see what we can uncover there. I know, what is that? Down we go. We have done MSQing like nobody's business. I was going to do some job quests as well while we were with this one, and some side quests, but we didn't get to it. There are a lot of side quests, as you saw. Alright. Let me guess. The big bad budgie is back. 11 minutes 42. I don't know if I can defeat this one. But I mean, it's right there in the middle of the road. Hey, Sonny, you up for a bit of a fight? Let's go get this thing. Target's not in range. What do you mean it's not in range? It'll be in range. Might have some of that as well. And a bit of this. Oh, now it's in range. Oh, and we are in so much trouble. That is not a lot of damage. Alright, I've got to remember to keep my bird up and running. There's no doubt he is very shortly going to get this bird's attention. Let's put a little bit of regen on him. Oh, and healing is a good idea right now. And then we'll try and keep the damage up on this one. Regen. Back to the bad bird. This is a devilishly hard fight to do, I think, no matter what class you're at. The White Mage is making it look ridiculously easy, if slow. Get some more regen on our bird. Pretend it's a tank. Get that rock and put the wind up him. Gust in that tail, please. I know, this dungeons make this look simple. So what I'm doing is I'm using regen to basically protect my bird. I think the bird is healing himself to some degree as well. I could be wrong. It could just be that the regen is that powerful at this level. No, he's healing himself. It's got to be. And I need to make myself cast faster. Boom, we did it. And that's the value of 10,080 XP is also pretty good. We actually got, yep, 10 out of that. But that's the value of having of doing fates, because you learn your rotations and you learn your skills. I know I've got to move Holy. Holy is, I suppose I could get used to it being there. That'd be not too bad. But I use it a lot, and in a fight you don't want to be moving using your left hand. If you're mouse and keyboarding, which I am. So my right hand is on my mouse, and my left hand is on my keyboard. So because I touch type, the first 5 keys are really easy to get to, because I can just reach a little bit. But the next lot, what is that? That's benediction. That actually should be over here. What's that? Afflatus Solus. Let's just put those 2 around. Rightio. Afflatus Solus is good because it costs you 1 lily from your healing gauge, which is pretty good once you activate it. That's the reason I've switched it. Brunadia, hi. You desire an audience with Lord Drillimore, do you? Ha! I desire a night in a warm bed with my wife, but wishing won't make it so. Look, I've got letters, okay? Letters. What do we have here? Letters from Lord Horchefort Francel, is it? A likely... Oh, you're serious? Ah, what to do, what to do. Sigh. Ye of little faith, Ser Brunadia seems ill-inclined to help you. What a surprise. Your timing could not have been worse, traveller. Lord Drillimore's attentions are focused solely on the stone vigil at present. Well, my timing is perfect then. In any case, it's not my responsibility to escort visitors. Take your letters and show them to Sir Albois. Yes, Sir Albois can surely accommodate you. Seek her in the storeroom on the opposite side of the yard. You just told me to mind the car, didn't you? Alright, we are going to pick up our Lev quest while we're here from the Lev Met. Levs of Whitebrim. Volinor, the Adventurers Guild representative for local Lev quests in Whitebrim Font, is seeking an adventurer to undertake Guild Levs. Well met, adventurer. Might I interest you in a Guild Lev? Ah, my sincerest apologies. 'Twas presumptuous of me to assume you were an adventurer. I mean, how could I possibly know at a glance? Big healing stick and adventurer's clothing. Are your eyes painted on, mate? That said, on the off chance that you are an adventurer, I have a wide assortment of contracts that need doing. There is, however, one catch. I must, in accordance with official protocol, ask that you undertake a trial Guild Lev. Once you've completed this trial, you'll become eligible to receive any Levs I have to offer. Alright, what's your Guild Lev? Regrettably, the roads to Whitebrim Front grow more dangerous every day. If these attacks were to continue unabated, it would be disastrous for the local economy. We ask only that you do your part to cull dangerous beasts in the region. I do not think you incapable of this task, but be warned, leaving behind rotting corpses is likely to attract other creatures eager to feed. Alright, I see your Lev and I raise you a willing adventurer and a Chocobo keep. Well met. Is it your first time? Yes, it is. Please register my name. That would be lovely. Now I can catch Chocobo if I don't wish to teleport everywhere. Actually, I can't teleport there, so that's not a bad thing. We're in the middle of the green. We go down to We Can Dismember It For You Wholesale, which matches the name that we get when we hover over it. We click on it and we go Initiate. And we accept that we don't have a home point or a thing. Home point or a thing. Oh, I'm so sorry. We don't have a home point or an Etherite shard attunement in the local area. Let's upset this wolf. I did not wolf freaking out. Alright, then we move. What I'm doing is navigating by these things up here. So we're looking for the things with little cards over their heads. And we're going to go deal with them with extreme prejudice. hello, what are you? You're a monster. I'm a monster. Let's rock your world. Frostbitten Gubu. Oh, there it is. They take a little bit to spawn in. Oh, I don't think that thing is friendly. What do you reckon? Well, it's not friendly now. But at least Fluffy is behind him. I do not want to be... Yeah, that stuff brings us instantly. We have completed it. Let us return to the Levnet. You can return after every single lev, but if you've got like half a dozen levs that you're just running to in the same area, then you don't want to until the last one. Voldemort, congratulations on a job well done. Here's your payment. Moments like this make it seem all worthwhile, do they not? A bonus has been awarded based on difficulty and based on speed of completion. Thank you so much. Boom. Should you see fit to undertake another lev, you may avail yourself of my services at will. I will do that. Thank you. Radio. Levs, we want them unlocked for the characters coming through behind us. And it's easier to do it with your higher level than your lower level. Let's go this way. Bing, bada boom. Actually, you know what? I should have just done it down there because I think this is where we're meant to be. Storeroom. Nope. Oh. You know, I do this almost every time. My bad. It's tricky because you spend so much time in the upstairs space, but actually it's this little door down here at the bottom where Albois is. Sir Bernardier bade you speak with me, did he? I know not why he presumed I would be in a better position to help, but I assure you that he is mistaken. Lord Drillamont hasn't the time to spend speaking with low-ranking knights such as I. However, he always has a moment to spare for head chirurgeon Astidian. Why not visit the infirmary upstairs and show your letters to him? Thank you, Albois. I appreciate it. I suspect Lord What's-His-Face, starting with a B, actually just wanted to get rid of me. So, right, now we're going upstairs. Astidian. Are you here to visit a patient, madam? What's this? Letters of introduction from Houseful Thompson Hellinart? With documents such as these, you needn't seek an escort. Pray proceed to the barracks and speak with Sir Goudenu. He should know Lord Roulemont's current whereabouts. Barracks. Goudenu. Right. I've got this. Maybe. Or Gouda? No, Gouda, I think. Let's summon Fluffy back. Get back here, you lazy bird. Oh, Sunstorm. Sorry, Sunny, not Fluffy. Barracks, which is in the basement of the tower? No. Aha. Upstairs. Oh, God. More stairs. I told you there would be stairs in our future. Look at this. So many stairs. What reason have you for barging into... Oh, I see. Well, you are in luck. Lord Drillamont's just up these stairs. Letters or no, I would not expect much. House Durandare as a whole does not hold adventurers in high regard. You'd best state your intentions quickly and succinctly. Show proper respect, and it shall be returned in kind. Says the man who doesn't get out of his seat to greet a lady. Okay, I am a heretic and an adventurous one at that. So anyway. Sir Gudena permitted your passage. Very well, speak. I have 2 letters of introduction for you. You wish to brave a ruined outpost filled with scalekin to secure an airship that may or may not be there. Are you the avatar of the Fury herself? Ah. We are the scions of the Seventh Dawn, Lord Rillamont. You know our name, and you know our deeds. We have come to Curthus to slay Garuda, Lady of the Vortex. To that end, we seek the Enterprise, the airship of Master Sidnan Garlond, who stands before you now. Master Garlond, you're alive! But that's impossible! Indeed it is, my lord. Do not be deceived by their honeyed words. These foreigners are not to be trusted. At this critical moment in Ishgardian history, as House Durandar marshals its forces to retake the Stone Vigil, who should appear in white brim front but 3 mysterious strangers? Sid Garland, missing and presumed dead since before the calamity, and 2 scions of the Seventh Dawn, a defunct band of misfits recently exterminated by the Empire. The lesser houses may have been duped by these grandiose lies, but I should hope that Lord House Durandar would have greater sense. I know not why these 3 seek the Stone Vigil, but I know that we cannot permit them to pass. Thank you for your counsel, Inquisitor. For a moment I nearly believed this mummer's farce. Oh, God. You 3 will not enter the outpost until we have reclaimed it, and until you declare your true intentions as well. Well, it's a bit hard, seeing as you don't believe what we've said. It could be moons before House Durandar purges the dragons from the Stone Vigil. We cannot afford to wait that long. Sid, Mistwalker, we must do whatever it takes to earn Lord Drillamon's trust. Understood? Said in front of the man. Oh, God. Alphino, where's your political nous? Right. I guess we go downstairs and try to figure out a way to earn some trust. Which should be helped by that handy-dandy exclamation mark. Surrounded by flames. Now fire-wreathed exclamation mark. Oh, hello. It's a cook. Halsterfor. Ça va? Factual folklore. Halsterfor is eyeing you with interest. You the lass responsible for that commotion upstairs? Aye, word travels fast in White Brim Front. I gather you still wish to change Lord Drillamon's mind? If there's one thing I've learned about the man in my time here, it's that he listens to and respects the opinions of those under his command. Win over the barracks and he's sure to take notice. How, you ask? That's easy. Serve the poor souls decent fare for a change. The last few supply shipments contain no meat whatsoever, and the knights are rightfully beginning to complain. I'm thinking we could prepare them steaks using mud puppy tail meat. 'Twouldn't be a quality meal, 'tis true, but it'd be damn sight better than nothing. If you've a mind to lend a hand, why not away to lurking mud puppy in Denifin Pass, and take this bottle of vinegar. Locals say it weakens mud puppies by clogging their mucus glands, drying their skin. Alright, so the mucus glands keep the skin moist, we clog it with vinegar, and voila, there's your mud puppy tail. Hopefully without you getting eaten in the process. I know, eat or be eaten. We'll get there, let's go. Oh God, through the snow again, girl, again? Alright, let's just go around the point here. Chinchilla. Here we go. What have I got? I'm not sure. Okay, that one I can't beat. I have tried it. It's one I think that requires a group of people rather than just solo. So, yes. Much with the running is happening. Very much with the running. Alright, here we are. Now, I just need to make sure I know where the vinegar is. There it is there. So I can left click it as long as I remember. So right click to interact, click the mud puppy, click the vinegar, and hope it doesn't attack me before I can get this thing off. Oh, yeah, like that. Take it. Fluffy. Sick it. Alright, now we've got a chance. Oh, it's probably out of range. Also, while it's casting, you can sometimes hit it with vinegar. I'm just going to give up and hit it with spells in a minute because it's driving me crazy. There we go. Now it should go down a bit quicker. Don't hit my bird. Right, Sonny? Sonny's like, fight me, will you? That's it. You got it before it could spit. Slay a spotted mud puppy. Alright. Now there's no teleport. So we're going to have to run, you guessed it, back through the snow. Quickly now. So what gives a white brim front then? Tell you what, she's a fitter girl than I am. Go through here. Through here, you say? Very good. So this main story quests are divided into little chunks, and I'm just trying to get to the end of this chunk before we have to stop. But yeah, we'll see. It didn't work, did it? I thought it was an idiotic idea. Right, it didn't work. Oh dear, remind me never to wander near mud puppy spawning grounds without a bottle of vinegar. Any road? This should only take a moment. I'll just need to do this and voila! Never seen a man cook steaks that fast, have you? Take these 3 and distribute them to the hungry knights here and up above. More stairs. Alright. You there, lass. Don't think I didn't see you and the cook conspiring together. Let me make myself perfectly clear. If you wish to buy my trust with a steak, it would be my pleasure to oblige you. Have a steak, mate. Wah, yes, I feel invigorated, refreshed, as if I had the strength of 10 men and their wits beside. I should have no trouble concocting a new reason to refrain from sentry duty. Great, I've made a shirker happy. Bombaline. We ought at least to receive a hearty meal before we march off to die in this God's forsaken waste. How about this? Will this do? Is that a fresh cooked steak? Haloni's blessings be upon you, my friend. Mud puppy meat or no, it's the most delicious food I've had in a fortnight. Excellent. All right, up the stairs. In your mortal. Ever must we train to maintain our skill at arms, yet never are we to receive proper sustenance. Well, speaking of which, that's why I'm here. You are a godsend, my friend. Too few appreciate that House Durandare must do more than its fair share for the sake of Ishgard. Right, more than its fair share. Speak with House de Fort. Down the stairs, up the stairs, down the stairs. Look, we do other things other than stairs. We slay mud puppies and make cooks happy. Here we go. It feels wonderful to see everyone in such high spirits. Amazing what good food can do for morale, eh? But I've forgotten about the hard-working chirurgeons at the infirmary. So rarely do they take their meals here in the hall. Mind taking this steak to Sonota? She's doubtless so preoccupied with the health of her patients that she's neglected to attend to her own. I can do that. Let's go. I know. We need to get our So these are all level 30s to 40s. So that's what we'll use to level up our thaumaturge. Sonota. Let me guess. Up the stairs. Oh, there she is. Hey. She's gone and I couldn't save her. Beg your pardon, madam, but I am busy attending to this man. I'll be with you in a moment. Yes, but you need to eat this while it's hot. Is that... Oh, come to think of it, it has been quite a while since I last ate. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to have a nibble. Oh my, this is fantastic. Thank you so much. I'll eat the rest right away. You're welcome. Alright, let's go with skill speed. Oops. Okida. And where are we going? Oh, we're talking to Sid. Hi, Sid. Sid would like to furnish the best inventions. Sid would like to furnish the infirmary with a new alembic. Might I have a word with you, Mistwalker? It concerns the Chirurgians. After speaking with them earlier, I learned that they lack sufficient alembics for their needs, you see. So I used some of their broken equipment to craft a more advanced alembic, both as a gesture of goodwill and as a means to help me recover my memories, since working with my hands kindles familiar feelings. All I require to complete the device are the cores of 3 ice sprites. Though commonly used to reduce the temperatures of alchemical mixtures, there's a way to alter their properties so they draw the cold within rather than radiating it without. It must sound ridiculous to you, impossible even, yet somehow I know it will work. Sid, mate, if you want ice sprites, I will fetch you ice sprites. As soon as I find the door. The ice sprites are this way, you say? Right, and up. Okay. I see. It's a bit of a roundabout way to do it. Let's see if we can find some. I see markers and an orange thing there on the map. Oops, I ran into a stick. What sort of mage are you? One that can't find their own feet? Alrighty. Chinchilla. Yes. Ice Sprite. Even better. Okay, we're going to go with casting speed and regeneration of mana. I've really got to get in the habit of doing that because some dungeons are difficult. Okay, all dungeons are difficult, but some are more difficult than others, and if you have a tank pulling wall to wall, they will eat your mana like nobody's business, and you want to have plenty of it. So whenever that is ready to press, you press it. Okay, invalid target. Let's head on down the hill. That looks like another ice sprite will have it. And then we'll head back into the castle. You're skidding, Fluffy. What's that one doing? Instant restoration of hit points at a cost of... It doesn't look like it costs anything. That's a bit weird. Rightio. We could run around to the front or we can go in through the side again. I think we'll see if the side is quicker. I think this side is quicker from that angle. Should have used it for the mud puppies then. Back up to Sid. Alright, what do we got? Ow. Oh no, stairs. More stairs. Sid. Have you obtained the cores? If so, please show them to me. Here you are. Alright. Cutscene city again. What an amazing device! But is it truly an alembic, sir? I've never seen its like before. I too am unsure what to make of this machine. While certainly impressive, I've no idea how to make use of it. Nevertheless, if it is as effective as he claims, it will be a great boon to the infirmary. Think of the medicines we could create, the lives we could save. Even so, I wonder... Ware thee, the kindly stranger, bearer of gifts wondrous and strange, for his generosity comes at a cost. What? Their earnest efforts are but a means to an as yet unknown end. Moreover, you should be wary of associating with individuals who have interfered with the questioning of a suspected heretic. They did what? Bless you, Inquisitor, for coming along when you did. We almost succumbed to the temptation proffered by these unbelievers. Why does that man detest us so? Is it all because we interrupted Lord Francel's trial? Whatever his reasons, he clearly means to oppose us at every turn. He sure does, my friend. He certainly does. And it might be time to eat more food as well. Yeah, we're out of our food buff. Let's just click on that. There we go. Now we're well fed. Influencing Inquisitors. Sid is concerned about Inquisitor Gwylame. So am I. Before we can persuade Lord Drillamon to help us, it seems we must convince Inquisitor Gwylame that we are not his enemy. But just how might we go about doing that? We know little and less about the good Inquisitor, despite him being such a prominent figure in Kurthus. Perhaps we should learn more by speaking with the people of Whitebrim Font. Share your findings with Alphino in the square. I'm sure he can formulate a strategy from there. Yeah, because he's a clever little mung bean. Alrighty. Now. Right, so it looks like... Oh gosh, they're everywhere. Yeah, in here. Let's go find this one. Albois. Inquisitor Gwylame, I haven't the foggiest of whom you speak. Unbeliever. Aye, we've learned of your deeds at Witchdrop. I'll not be party to whatever dastardly schemes you've hatched against the Inquisitor. Away with you. Right, word does travel fast. Especially when evil so-and-so is... There's another one up here, okay. Is spreading it. Jolal. Inquisitor Gwylame. Yes, of course I know him. Alas, I've not seen him since the day he came to Whitebrim Front, several moons ago. My memory is somewhat muddled, but I recall that a blizzard nearly buried us in snow that day, and I had the ill fortune of being assigned to the night's watch. While the stronghold slept, we walked the walls and patrolled the exterior in a darkness as black as pitch. My route took me outside the eastern gate at one point, where I caught sight of a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city. Thinking it was a wayward traveller, I cried out and gave chase, but slipped and took a terrible fall. When I woke, it was days later in this very bed, where I've lain recuperating from my injuries ever since. I had tried to rescue him, but in the end Inquisitor Gwylame rescued me, carrying my unconscious body to the gates. I owe him my life, madam, and I hope to one day repay his kindness. All right. Patrick? Under Inquisitor Gwylame's watchful gaze, unprecedented numbers of heretics have been unmasked and brought to justice. They say he goes days without sleep, so great is his devotion. Blessed are we to have such a goodly, righteous man to protect us. Right. So don't say anything against the Inquisitor. Check. Even I can read that part of the room. What does Halsterfort have to say? The Holy See has decreed that the Inquisitors are the arbiters of Aloni's will. They are to be afforded every courtesy and the utmost respect. Okay, so that's a warn-off if ever I heard one. Alphino, we may have a problem. In case you have yet to notice, my attire is ill-suited to this climate. I realized it soon after our arrival, but paid it no mind, as I hoped we might find the Enterprise far faster. Instead, we've wasted far too much time meddling in local affairs. Never mind. Our journey is almost at an end. All that remains is to deal with this irksome Inquisitor. Sid tells me you've been busy making inquiries, yes? It should come as no surprise that he's held in high regard. Even so, I'm beginning to suspect he has other reasons for hindering us now. Let us more closely review the testimonials you obtained, Mistwalker. Mayhap they'll provide insight into Inquisitor Gwylame's motivations. All right, let's have a look. By the lights of Ishgard, Alphino appears to be in deep thought. Something troubles me about that wounded knight's account. He claims he fell chasing a figure in the darkness that he saw outside the eastern gate, yes? But the main road leads to the southwestern gate. Since we've arrived in Whitebrim Font, I've seen no travellers arrive by the eastern gate. Moreover, he said he caught a glimpse of a silhouette illuminated by the light of the city. which would imply that the Inquisitor came from north of the Eastern Gate, not south. But it cannot be so. That way lies naught but a deep chasm. Assuming Ser Jorlau is not misremembering, the Inquisitor's behaviour that night makes absolutely no sense, at least to me. Mayhap retracing his steps will shed light upon his mystery. Alright, so the Eastern Gate, which is this one, and then we turn left to the north, right? There does appear to be naught but a chasm here. Oh, no, wait a minute. We do have a road, as indicated by our mini-map. Curves around the base of the castle. Well, isn't that exciting? Huh, that is even more exciting. Let's go check out that thing. Uh-oh, that thing is protected by plasmoids. Thank you. Let's regen and use this and use a bit of that. And move on to the next one. Only 3 of them. I'll take the last one. No, Fluffy's got the last one. I'll take the one in the middle then. Wow, that bird took out 3 of them. And an interesting mound of snow. I wonder what that's about. Uh-oh. That's a corpse. An Inquisitor's corpse. Now we have to go back up the stairs. I really miss my bird not flying. Like it's not really stairs, okay? It's a ramp. It's different. It's smoother than stairs. But you still have to climb it. I know, I don't want to fall in. That would hurt. Here we go. It is 12:34 a.m. Eorzean time. No one finds this behavior strange, thankfully. What are you doing? I don't sleep, I'm so devoted. That's it. Alphino, we have a problem. Or rather, these guys have a problem. You found something, didn't you? Well, don't keep me waiting in suspense. Let's see it. Try that. Given the contents of this encyclical, I believe you've just made the acquaintance of the real Inquisitor Guilhem, newly come to Cothus and murdered on the day of his arrival. Yes, it would have been a simple thing to assume his identity, even if he were to behave oddly. Who would dare question the wisdom of a papal appointment? Still, this is incontrovertible proof that the Inquisitor is an impostor. We have yet to discern his true identity or why he has decided to oppose us. We must proceed quickly, Mistwalker, before he learns that his deception has been discovered. We must. Level 40 weapon coffer, yes. So the reason I'm leaving these unopened is that when you open them, you get the weapon of the class that opens them. So, blood for blood. Alphino is determined to discover Inquisitor Guilhem's true identity. Since Lord Rillemont has already been turned against us, I fear that this encyclical alone will not serve to convince him of our claims. But what might persuade a man so quick to disregard the endorsements of 2 high houses? The cook did say that the Lord listens to and respects the opinions of his knights. If a certain knight were to provide testimony that supports our claim, yes, mayhap that is the only way left to us. Confront Ser Jorlau with the evidence you discovered and see if it helps him recall the truth of that night. As a man of faith, he may find it difficult to cope with such a horrifying revelation. Nevertheless, we must do everything within our power to secure the Enterprise. I'm going to go break a man's heart. Oh, that is hard. Ser Jorlau. Oh, you have returned. Is there something else you wanted to ask? Well, I found this body. The Inquisitor is an impostor. Don't be preposterous. That could not possibly be true. He's a paragon of virtue, a dedicated servant of the Fury. You would have me believe that all this is a lie? If you are so certain that your ludicrous story is true, then go and speak with Ser Prunilla. She was at the Eastern Gate that night, and she helped the Inquisitor carry me here. But I will never speak against the man who saved my life. Okay. He's in shock, I think. And he was knocked unconscious, so he probably doesn't even know. Ser Prunilla, on the other hand. You! I do not believe I know you, madam. Pray move along and trouble me no more. Not until you look at this. Are you in the habit of handing bloody documents to strangers? Why would you show me such a dreadful thing? I know naught of it, naught at all. Not true. I think you know more than you're saying. Oh, caps lock. If you put the right word in caps, it doesn't recognize it. So you just have to make sure you write /DOUBT as it suggests. You know, don't you? Fury take me, I prayed this day would come. When Ser Jorlau gave chase, I followed close behind. He didn't fall. One of those Dravanian abominations lashed out at him, nearly killed him outright then and there. I drew my sword and rushed to his side, straining to see the enemy. But what came from the dark was not a beast, but a voice. He knew things about me, about my family, secrets I'd never told another. He said that if I kept his confidence, Ser Jorlau and I would be spared, but if I defied him, everyone I loved would suffer unimaginable horrors before they died. When at last I agreed to his terms, the man came forward. His robes marked him as an inquisitor, but I knew him to be false. Together we carried Ser Jorlau to the infirmary, and on his first night in Whitebrim Font, Inquisitor Guillaume was heralded as a hero. Soon after came the accusations. Countless men and women of good moral standing seized whilst in possession of draconian rosaries. As I feared, he was condemning the innocent to death. I wanted to confess to Lord Drillamont, wanted to put an end to the madness, but then I would remember the Inquisitor's threats, and so I did nothing, until Lord Francois was accused. Some time ago I followed the Inquisitor and found that he kept draconian rosaries in a chest hidden southeast of Whitebrim Front. So I took several from this chest and planted them in shipments bound for Skyfire locks. As I hoped, they were discovered and considered evidence of a conspiracy against House Helionart, thus exonerating Lord Francois and casting doubt on the other recent trials. And that is the entire truth, I swear. Haloni, forgive me for not acting sooner. Alright, search the area southeast. Well, there's the Eastern Gate. That's very conveniently close. And instead of going north this time, we're going to go right and south. Bird, did you just abandon me again? Fair dinkum, I swear. That bird lives on his greens. Can be bought by juicy vegetables. I know. Faithful mount. Search the area southeast of Whitebrim Font. We found a suspicious fox. Present your findings to Ser Drillamont. Let's go. We'll try and come in quietly from this edge. Just in case what's-his-face is watching the front gate. I mean, if I was him, I'd be watching all the gates, but eyes can't be everywhere, so we might luck out. You guessed it. That little arrow means up the stairs again. I know, for a minute I was hoping I was wrong, but we're not. We're going up the stairs. You wait till we can fly, we'll come down the stairs. Lord Drillamont, I have a problem. Why do you persist in this folly? I will not grant you 3 access to the stone vigil. Do not make me repeat myself. Well, I'm not asking you to. I'm telling you that you have a problem here. There had better be a very good explanation for why you're carrying these rosaries. And where did you find this papal encyclical? Fury take me. The Inquisitor is a heretic? Never before have I heard such an unbelievable tale. But this evidence and your testimony could have no other explanation. You can send your knights down to check the body. I have misjudged you and your friends, Mistwalker, and for that I deeply apologize. I will permit you to enter the outpost, but first I must needs beg your assistance. Help me and my knights bring this infernal impostor to justice. That I can do. Oh wait, what was that? Oh, we want this one. Alrighty. The Heretic Among Us, and this, my friends, I think is this is the last level 40 quest in the main story quest chain. Alright. Lord Drillamont requires your assistance in bringing the heretic masquerading as Inquisitor Gwelaime to justice. That thrice-damned heretic has murdered countless innocents and made a mockery of our laws. Hells take him and his Dravanian allies. I am told he makes for Snowcloak even now, intending to pass judgment upon yet another poor soul whom he has branded heretic. If we hurry, there may still be time to prevent further tragedy. Lend me your strength, Mistwalker. Together, let us put an end to this impostor's heresy, once and for all. You know what? For someone who's been so colossally wrong, he's doing his very best to make it right, even if he can't bring back the dead. Let us go. Where are we going? Okay. Follow the road. It's not a yellow brick road, but I'm pretty sure it'll do to guide us. And look for hunt targets on the way. There we go. I know we're doing quests so far below our level. It's actually taking quite a while to level up. We need to be running dungeons, so we may take a break to just run dungeons, level up, and then grab our second job class. I think it's this one. Yeah, grab our second job class and level that, and we might do our crafting in between. So we may have to pause our advancement through the main story quest. As anxious as I am to get it done all the way through to the end of the Dawn Trail patches in 6 months, I don't know if I can, but look, let's see if we can get at least close. That looks like a problem. Ah, hey. Good to have you with us, miss. When Lord Drillamont arrives, we're to confront the Inquisitor. If he refuses to go quietly, we'll need to use force. Are you prepared for that eventuality? I don't carry this stick for decoration, mate. Duty calls. Commence battle for the heretic among us. Level sync is in effect. If you're above the maximum allowed level, it'll be synced as follows to level 44. Because it's always 4 levels above. We're currently item level 70, which is higher than the level of the challenge, which is good. You needn't tremble so, my child. The righteous shall enjoy everlasting peace in Haloni's halls. Only the wicked... But why? Why must I die? By all that is holy, I swear to you that I have never questioned the teachings of Haloni. Inquisitor, release the maid and come with us. My Lord Drillamont, what is the meaning of this interruption? You are aware that I am at present conducting an interrogation, are you not? Silence, villain. I name thee heretic, murderer of Inquisitor Gwelaime and countless innocents. You are a traitor to Ishgard, to your own kith and kin. Your sins are beyond measure, beyond redemption. Oh, really? Look at him, he's like, yeah. Ah, grave allegations indeed, but you will find your logic is flawed. How can I betray that which I owe no allegiance? No, Lord Drillamont, my conscience is quite clear, I assure you. I wonder, can you say the same? You whose hands are black with the blood of those whose only sin was to question your nation's crazed crusade. You speak to me of Ishgardian innocence? Ha! All are complicit in these crimes, for all live their lives by the Archbishop's lies. But I know you will not hear me, deafened by dogma as you are. If you desire retribution, Lord Drillamon, then come. Let us see how Ishgardian steel fares against Dravanian fang and claw. Oh, he so wouldn't. Oh, I think he will. Show the heretic no mercy. He must pay for the innocent blood he has spilt. Let's cast faster, shall we? And make sure we don't run out of bits. Alright. Ignorant swine, soon you will know the futility of your faith. He's very sure of that. We're below 10. Oh, that is not good. Let me see if I can draw them. Oh no, they're trying to play Squish the Cleric. Don't do that. I know, Fluffy has been confiscated. We're not allowed to use Fluffy in these cases. Oh no, mate, you are so not eating that archer. I went to a lot of trouble to save that man's life. Actually, I think I've got another knight over here. Drillamont needs to be rescued. Because the truth of it is, we can't actually... Well, we can do it on our own, but it's so much easier. If we lose Drillamont, we lose it, but... Okay, back to this nasty pasty. And we need our tank, and we need our DPS. Oh, lordy me. Eyes on me, big boy. I think I need to give myself a dose of regen. Okay, I'm just going to keep him away from my knights. I know, what? What do you mean I'm not a tank? Oh, he's a friend? He has a friend. Not for long. Whoops! Oh no, I'm on the wrong button. Ow! That hurt. Wind on you. And a rock. And possibly I need some of my own regen. Okay, let's see if we can get Gwilane down before anyone dies. We're going to be pushing it. Nope, we got him. Oh no, we do have to get rid of these guys. 6 on that. And 2, control 2, sorry. Is he gone? Yeah, and that's gone. And we kept them all. Yes. That's the challenge for a healer, I think, in this scenario. We're not the damage dealers. My glamours dispelled. Your plans lie in ruin, heretic. Choose your words wisely, for they will be your last. You may not recall the many Ishgardians I've sentenced, but the families of the dead will never forget. Blood has been repaid with blood, and for that I am content. My only regret is that you yet live. But your end is nigh, foreigner. The dragons within the stone vigil will rend you asunder, and when you are dead, Whitebrim front will fall. Defiant of the last, leave the body for the crows. His ilk deserves naught better. We're going to food poison the crows. Mistwalker, I must apologize for involving you in this sordid business. You should never have been asked to intervene in Ishgardian affairs of state. Rest assured, I have not forgotten the matter which first brought you into our midst. It is past time that you were reunited with your airship. But this is not the place to discuss such matters. Pray visit me at White Brim Front and bring your associates. Very well. Let us go and conclude this particular adventure, but then I think it might be time for me to end the stream. Next stream we're going to probably take a small break from the main story quest, except perhaps to queue for the Stone Vigil, because I know it takes a while to get into them. So we might actually spend maybe 1 or 2 streams just leveling ourselves up a little bit. So I want to get this character, this job up to level 60. We need to bring our crafters online, and thus we need to bring our gatherers online. So we'll spend a little bit of time doing that. I know, far too long a time doing that, but we will do it. We'll get them up to an equal level across the board. And then we'll bring our thaumaturge up so that we can start doing the side quests in the areas that we're in, so we can level that simultaneously with our healer. And then we'll just continue with our healer through the main story quest, and we'll have our thaumaturge leveling through the side quests that we come across until they reach the right level, and then we'll start on the next job. But I want to bring the crafters up because I'm curious to see how that helps us with our gearing. Alright, but Alphino. Where have you been, Mistwalker? The false Inquisitor has been slain, has he? Yes, well, his was a tale always like to end in bloodshed. Though you have overcome the latest in a long line of unfortunate impediments, I would ask you not to revel in your victory just yet. We can celebrate once we've secured the Enterprise. All right. But that, my friends, is going to have to wait until next stream. If you've enjoyed this stream, just let me know. If you want to see more, just hit that follow button. And if there's anything you want me to actually pursue outside of the main story and the 2 job quests and the plans that we have so far, just let me know next time we come in the chat. Just say, look, can you pursue this other thing this time round, and I'll do that. Yeah, okay? Thanks too, Lucky. I appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed it. I look forward to seeing you around next stream in 4 days' time. So 4 days' time for more Final Fantasy and 2 days' time for more Elder Scrolls Online. But with that in mind, I am going to bid you adieu. Thanks for hanging with me today. I appreciate it. I'll see you around.